because it tells us more about life, trees, animals.
I don't like science that much. I think it's cool.
I like science. It's a bit interesting.
It's boring.
We get to learn about the experiments. It's too difficult. I like science. You get to learn new things every day.
I really like it because we can know how volcanoes erupt and how planes can fly up the air.
We get to do experiments.
I find it fascinating because we get to learn more about science and experiments.
I really think science is boring.
I like mixing like chemicals and like I wanna like know more about like which chemicals does what.
You just learn more things. Like there's certain things that you just never knew. All the stuff that you do is exploring the world. I don't like science.
I like the part where they say just mix whatever you want to mix.
I like science. Like you can make electricity, creating something.
Finding out about insides of animals and what is inside the sea.
What happens to plants, how they lose water.
I'm very curious about science.
You can figure what's in the soil and stuff like that.
The knowledge is more interesting than other subjects.
You get to experiment with new things and it's just nice to fiddle with little things.
It's boring.
My favorite science is veterinary science.
It's interesting and there's more to learn about it than just soil.
It tells us about trees, animals, nature things, everything. I love science. The different way animals reproduce.
When something happens, like, oh, that's why.
Let us think about creating new things, purifying water and the air and giving new investigations. I don't like science.
When it's about the space and things, I'm a bit bored with that.
Science is complicated and you have to study many things and it's just
I'm just want to know more about science.
I say boys do like science more than us because boys, most of them are clever.
I don't think boys will ever achieve because they're so lazy.
Some of the boys struggle and some of the girls struggle.
I'm a bit lazy.
I don't think that boys are clever than us.
I like the way the teacher teaches because he really gets into the subject
Step by step.
I think that we should go more into nature so they can show how it actually happens more than just standing in front and telling us how it happened.
You just get into class and you sit in there and be like, take out your science book.
Because like we do simple things like pouring water into a beaker.
I think science is a bit boring because all we do is sit in class and write notes all the time.
If we did a little bit more experiments.
I think I learn more by doing.
And we don't go outside the class to do experiments and all those things.
Things like chemicals, going outside, like seeing exactly how things happen. Because usually they'll just tell us and we'll do like a little experiment.
For people that like to explore, it will make them like science more.
I think it's the way the teacher introduces it.
It's boring, always writing notes, and usually they say we're gonna do experiments, but we never would do one, and that's it.
I want to be a scientist and I'd like to be a clothing designer.
A doctor.
Science teacher.
I want to be a doctor.
A scientist.
Civil engineer. Be a fashion designer.
A scientist. A civil engineer.
If you take that subject, there's a lot of doors open for you.
I'd like to be a scientist.
I'd like to be a flight attendant.
A fashion designer. I think I'd like to be a clinical psychologist.
I want to be a scientist and an actress.
You can do anything with science. You think of a lot of things, of creating things. It gives you, like, you think out of the box when it's science.
I don't like science, but I love it.